So the flyers did not arrive in time, which means that I'm not going to be able to send them, which is really annoying because I had two options. One which was a sort of up to 5 day delivery and one which was up to a 9 day delivery. Now I chose the up to 9 day delivery because I knew that I wasn't going to be in London for another 5 or 6 days. And, I thought as long as it arrives, I'm going to stay for about 4 days. So as long as it arrives between then, it would be fine. But it turns out that I think it's the shipping time plus you have to add on a week to process the delivery or something like that. Like I called them up on Tuesday to realize that I actually posted the wrong address. I don't know what happened. It kept changing my postcode because there was like an automatic fill in. I kept manually doing it. And every time I'd go back to the original page, it would just automatically fill in the wrong address. And I know I did it twice, and it turned out one was actually the billing address, one was the shipping address, and I did correct it, but I obviously didn't. But anyway, I managed to change it, and it was fine, but they hadn't sent it. And then they said they were going to send it like within the next day, and well, they haven't because it hasn't arrived. Or if they did, it was just extra slow delivery. I don't know what it was, but it's a bit annoying because I won't be able to post it out. But I'm going to have to come back to London in 2 or 3 weeks' time to post it out then. Maybe things happen for a reason, it's for the best. But today I was going to go and do something in London because I'm in London, make the most of it, but I wasn't inspired to. Instead, I was inspired to just go through all the songs. And I started making playlists ages ago, and I put them in twos, like singers in twos. And I know I haven't updated it for about a year or two, so I was thinking maybe I should update it. And then I kind of come to it, and I realized that I want, if I go onto some sort of TV show, if I start promoting myself as being Christ or the Antichrist, I'd want people to see my playlist because I would want them to know which are my favorite songs. Some of the characters are that they a lot of their songs like weirdly relate to whatever character I think I've given them or my higher self has given them. But occasionally there are songs that aren't really like that similar, or that there's a few things in it to be like, oh, I don't think that really matches. Like most of the songs do connect to the story and the character, but there are some details sometimes in the song, especially with like Adele, if she represents a god outside time. Well, there's some things that aren't relevant to that, but then again, you have to bear in mind that she didn't know what she was like she didn't know that was a character given to her. So there are inaccuracies in it. It's songs, and also there's loads of inaccuracies within male songs, but then again, male songs aren't actually about anything specific. They're just about whatever they want to sing. So I don't know, but I thought I would go over the list and do it better. And I realized that some of the list, I think I started Robbie Williams and Ed Sheeran, but I ended up just like putting 2 or 3 songs on there and stopping. So but yeah, I haven't got round to actually properly putting them in an order of least to best. I was starting off with Madonna, and I spent ages making sure that's all right, and then I did Gaga, and then I started going down more and more people, and then I started like it's really draining, like listening to song after song after song. It's so draining. And so most of them I was just kind of guessing what the song was like. But yeah, if I actually went through properly, I would probably be like, oh yeah, I really like this song, actually this needs to be higher up. So it's not really correct how it is now. But I'm thinking, because I want the characters to be I don't want the characters to be revealed too soon, basically. I think I'd rather just say that these are my angels, they sing for me, or their messages within the songs, and most of them represent a different side of me. Some of them don't, but most of them do. And I would also mix, there's some singers that I like their songs, they've got a good list of songs that I loved. And I would like to call them my angels, but I haven't actually given them a character. They haven't actually got like a specific role. They're just, good songs, and there's like a mixture of stuff in there. And so yeah, I think I should, instead of like calling them characters, but right now there is some that I will reveal, like Britney and Madonna, and maybe a few others. I don't know which ones will get revealed. Their characters will get revealed earlier on, but that's why I would like to talk to people, so I can kind of talk to them about which ones. I've done a flyer, and I think there's some basic character names on there, and I think that should be the line I'm going for. But right now I shouldn't be pairing them up. I should just be having them as individuals, just saying, these are my favorite artists, these are my favorite angels, and I won't go into details about which ones are negative and which ones are positive. And yeah, I think it should be like that, and I'm just putting them in order in the songs, putting the songs in order of my favorite. But it is taking a long time, and I am getting a bit drained, so I've kind of haven't done a very thorough job with the last few. But yes, so um, yeah, and I don't know what else to say, other than I would love to, when if I do get exposed soon, or anytime, I would love to go through all the songs, or at least the songs that I feel connect to me the most, particularly the ones in music videos. I think if an artist has bothered to put a music video to it, it's usually because the voice in their head or their subconscious, their spirit has told them to do that. And I think it's done that for a reason. So I am focusing more attention on the ones that have music videos. Um, and yeah, I think I'd love to make a documentary about each singer and go through how I think they're what the songs are saying and how I interpret the songs, and then it would be nice to have a contrast of why they and how they interpreted it. What were they talking about? So have the artists going, "Oh, I was doing it for this reason," and have me going, "I was doing it for this reason." I do know, though, I think some of them were told about the role and continued, playing into their role. But they could say that they believed me and they believed that God has given them this role. Like with the Demi Lovato, her songs have gone a lot darker now that she knows that she sort of represents people I hate, or a girl I hate particularly. I mean, okay, I didn't really. It was a long time ago. I've forgotten. I moved on. But yeah, she represents people I hate, and that she looks like this girl who I hated a very long time ago for a short time because of arguments we had or whatever. But yeah, I feel like the album that she's done, has definitely tapped into that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, I've tapped into something I've heard, or maybe she hasn't heard anything. Like I don't really know what's happening. I'm in the dark about it, and I wish you would talk to me about it, and tell me, one, how long. I don't know why you can't make one song that just reveals how much longer the wait's going to be. And I don't know why it has to be this long, or why you think it has to be this long. um, I just know that, yeah, still trying to wait for Big Brother, and I'm still coming up with, I don't know, just looking at things to find out. I'm coming. I've heard that Katie Price might be an idea for a presenter. I know her, and I watched her. She was on Big Brother and stuff, but I think she is a bit more about, looks, and I don't know if she would necessarily get the right audience. For the Big Brother that I get onto, I would want people to take me seriously and to see it as a serious thing. Emma is serious, but at the same time, I don't know if she'd really want to, because I feel like the whole show should be about turning against me, or making me look possibly stupid, or maybe not. I think there should be two sides to it, and I should be open-minded, but at the same time, it will involve lying. It will involve lying to the audience about not believing that I'm Christ, whereas I believe that they will know. So, but yeah, I you'd need someone who'd be willing to know everything and yet still be willing to act like they don't know. Which I don't know who would be. I don't know who would want to. But my search for possible presenters, I noticed that there's very few black or coloured or even Asian presenters in England. Like, all the people on the list were all blonde, and I kind of feel like a blonde person would be more appropriate, because I don't know, it will, I don't know, it's genuinely, I think, a white market. I don't really know. Big Brother's for everyone and it's all races and stuff, but I feel like it's because it's England, it's mostly a white, well, it's not really is it mostly a white? No, it's not really, is it? It's mostly Asian and black, and it's like a mixture of everything, but at the same time, the audience, I think, is mostly white, maybe. But then again, if they had a black presenter, maybe there'd be more black people watching it. So I don't know, and I think it would be good to give. Definitely, there should be more black presenters, and but yeah, I feel like I would go by their names. I feel like if someone's been named a certain thing, it's a sign that God has chosen or is encouraging you to choose them or whatever. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't really know that many presenters, and I have no idea. But yeah, I don't even know if this is even going to happen. You know, I'd be devastated if Big Brother comes on next year and I'm not on it. It's not proof that I'm not right about what I believe, but it's proof that whoever knows is 100% has no intention of helping me, which is kind of shit because I believe loads of people know, unless, of course, there is just a small people who know and they're just, you know, encouraging singers to write songs and, you know, and try and connect with God or whatever, or just do whatever they want. And I feel like my higher self is, you know, it's hard to tell what humans are doing out of their own choice because they know certain things, or what my higher self is getting them to do, and linking it with things that I'm saying and stuff. It's really hard to know the difference, and I'm getting mad not knowing what God is doing and what people are doing because they've heard what I'm saying and stuff, and it does tie together, but I don't know. Yeah.